Welcome back to Have More Babies. So we got some interesting materials sent in.
Oh, yeah. It's about.
It's excerpts from something called A Definitive Guide for Expectant and New Moms from the Omega Pediatrics website.
Omega Pediatrics. Okay. Sounds
Yeah.
useful.
Yeah, it looks really thorough. So today, let's try and pull out the most helpful bits, for anyone who's expecting or just navigating those first few months with a newborn.
Sounds good. I took a look, and what really jumped out at me was just how much it covers. It's not just skimming the surface, like you said. It seems quite step by step.
Okay, great. So let's jump in. The first section they sent is preparing for your new arrival. And it's interesting. It's not just baby gear.
Mm-hmm.
They talk about home organization and cleaning, which, okay, makes sense. Get the space ready.
Right, the nesting instinct kind of thing.
Yeah. But they also highlight finances and paperwork. That seems really practical. You don't always see that emphasized so much.
That's such a good point. Getting that admin stuff sorted early, it can be like really reduce stress down the line, can it?
Definitely.
It's almost like the guide is saying, look, let's get this solid base built first so you can actually maybe enjoy the experience a bit more.
Right. And it's not just practical things either. They touch on relationships and self-care, relaxation, acknowledging the whole emotional side of it, too.
Which is huge. It's a massive life change.
Yeah.
Emotionally as well as practically.
Yeah.
So, yeah, a holistic view.
Exactly. Okay, so next up, preparing your home and daily life. They mention childproofing. Obvious, but crucial.
Absolutely essential. You can't start too early thinking about that.
And they also bring up establishing a routine. Now, I know some new parents might, laugh at that idea. A routine with a newborn.
Yeah, it sounds ambitious, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But I think what they likely mean isn't some rigid minute-by-minute schedule right away. It's probably more about creating flexible anchors, predictable points in the day, maybe around feeding or a bedtime ritual starting early. It gives a sense of rhythm,
Yeah.
for everyone.
That makes more sense. A gentle rhythm, not a strict clock.
Exactly.
All right, section 3, stocking up on gear and supplies. This is where things can get a lot.
Oh, tell me about it. The lists seem endless sometimes.
Right. But the guide breaks it down: must have nursery gear, essential health and safety items, diapering supplies, and feeding time basics. Does having categories like that actually help?
I think it really does. It gives you a framework, right? Instead of one giant terrifying list, you can tackle it like one area at a time.
Yeah, okay.
And it helps make sure you don't forget the critical stuff like health and safety items while you're distracted by, I don't know, tiny socks.
Huh, so true. Okay, then they're setting up the nursery. And again, it's not just about making it cute. They talk about choosing furniture with function in mind, selecting decor with baby in mind, creating a soothing sanctuary.
That sounds really thoughtful. Function is key, isn't it? Furniture that grows with the baby, maybe? Saves money and hassle later.
Good point.
And focusing on a soothing sanctuary. Well, that just highlights how important a calm environment is for sleep, for development, for everyone's sanity, probably.
Probably. Okay, section 5 gets into feeding your newborn. Covers the main methods: breastfeeding, formula feeding, combination.
The usual suspects.
Yeah. But what's interesting is they also include handling allergies. That feels quite forward-thinking.
It does. It suggests the guide isn't just like the absolute basics.
Yeah.
It's prompting you to think ahead, be aware of potential issues like allergies, know what signs to look for.
Right, so you're a bit more prepared if something comes up.
Exactly. And knowing when to seek professional advice, which is key.
Okay, next. Understanding newborn sleep. Oh boy. The big one.
The holy grail indeed.
They cover newborn sleep patterns, establishing safe sleep vital, popular sleep training approaches, and common newborn sleep challenges. Sounds like they've read every parent's mind at 3 a.m.
Huh, probably. What's good here is mentioning different approaches to sleep training. It acknowledges there's no single right way right.
Yeah.
So parents can research and find what feels right for them, for their family, their baby's temperament, and the safe sleep stuff. You just can't emphasize that enough.
Absolutely critical. Okay. Newborn health and medical care. Big focus on choosing a pediatrician.
Makes sense. That relationship is so important.
And they include a typical newborn well visit schedule and recognizing emergencies. That must be incredibly reassuring for new parents.
Definitely. Having that clear guidance, when to go in, what's normal, what's an emergency, it empowers parents.
Yeah.
Helps you trust your gut,
Yeah.
but also know when professional help is needed.
Yeah, gives you confidence. Then there's surviving the first few weeks. I like that title, honest.
Very honest.
It covers recovering physically for the mom, managing emotions, embracing the lifestyle change, and bonding as a family. It really looks at the whole picture.
It does. And that's crucial because bringing a baby home impacts everyone, the whole family system. It's about supporting each other through this massive adjustment.
Right. Now, skipping ahead slightly, Section 11 is specifically caring for mom postpartum.
Oh, that's great. They dedicate a whole section.
Yeah. Physical recovery, postpartum moods, medical needs, support system. It really focuses on the mother's well-being after birth.
Which is absolutely vital. Sometimes the focus shifts so much to the baby, but mom's health, physical and emotional, is the foundation, really. Good to see postpartum moods addressed directly, too.
And the need for a support system. So important.
Crucial.
And then finally, Section 13 caught my eye. Self-care for dads and partners.
Also very important, often overlooked.
Totally. It gives practical tips. Sleep when you can, eat well, get some exercise, make time for yourself, connect with your partner, bond with the baby. Simple stuff, but easy to forget.
Absolutely. And just naming it, making it explicit that self-care is for partners too, reinforces that team effort idea. Everyone needs to look after themselves to be able to look after the baby and each other. It's not selfish, it's necessary.
It really sounds like this definitive guide from Omega Pediatrics is, well, pretty definitive. It's comprehensive, practical, but also seems really thoughtful about the emotional side of things.
Yeah, it seems like a genuinely valuable resource. It goes beyond just lists and gets into the experience, offering support for lots of different facets of becoming parents.
So for anyone listening who's expecting, or maybe you're right in the thick of those early newborn days, this guide sounds like it could be incredibly helpful. We've really only scratched the surface here today.
Definitely just a snapshot.
Yeah. So for all the details and to check out the complete definitive guide for expectant and new moms, you should really head over to omegapediatrics.com. Seriously, go check it out, omegapediatrics.com. It sounds like it's packed with information on everything we talked about and probably a lot more.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. OmegaPediatrics.com is the place to go for the full guide and all their resources.
Okay, and if you found this little overview useful, please give this a like.
Yeah, that always helps.
And subscribe to the channel. We'll bring you more content like this. And please share this with anyone you know, friends, family, who might be expecting or has a new baby. This could be really helpful for them.
Good idea. Spread the word.
So thanks so much for tuning in today to have more babies.
Thank you. See you next time.
Bye for now.